So the next recipe that I'm going to be doing for you is soy sauce chicken. It's a really cool and easy recipe where you bathe the chicken in this really fragrant soy sauce mixture. Cook it pretty slow so that all of the flavors and the soy sauce seep into the chicken, and it makes for a really super fragrant chicken. Very easy to do. You do need a fair amount of soy sauce, so just, you know, go out and get a bottle or two. And then you put in some pretty fragrant aromatics like star anise and cinnamon bark. You can even put kind of dried orange peel in it. And then depending on whether you have it or not, type of rose rice wine as well. It really permeates throughout the chicken. It's really a cool, quick, and easy chicken recipe that yields pretty big results. So I can't wait to show it to you, and let's get to the kitchen and then let's get started.
Okay, so I'm going to start off by rinsing the chicken pretty well because you want a pretty nice and clean surface for all of the soy sauce to be absorbed into. Next, this is a little bit strange, but I'm basically just trying to tuck the wings behind the chicken so that it holds a nicer shape when it cooks up. Then I have a fairly big pot of boiling water, and I'm just going to dip the chicken in for about 30 seconds and then flip it around to do the same thing. The goal is not to have the chicken to cook, but this again serves as a process to kind of clean it out as well as tighten up the skin. So right after I put it into the boiling water, it's only been about 30 seconds, I'm going to be rinsing it under cold water again, and it needs to be pretty cold water because what this does is, well, it stops the cooking, but it also helps the skin stay kind of crisp and gives it a nice texture. Now I am preparing the ingredients for the soy sauce broth. So that was a little bit of ginger and a little bit of scallion, and then I have cinnamon bark because you don't really want cinnamon powder in. It's a little bit too strong that way. So cinnamon bark, a little bit of anise seed, and then if you have licorice root, try to put that in. I did not, so I substituted it with a little bit of fennel. Then 2 cups of water, and I'm going to put in a little bit of rock candy. And rock candy is made with sugar and water, so it's a little bit less sweet than table sugar, so just keep that in mind. Next, I am going to star of the show, right? I'm going to put a lot of soy sauce in, and I was able to take the whole cover off, and if you can kind of do that, good for you, because you're going to need, you know, about 1.5 cups of dark soy. And dark soy is different from light soy in that it has a more mature flavor. I always think that light soy tastes a little bit more kind of new, a little bit more sour. I was not so lucky to do that with a light soy, so I had to kind of get it out that way. Oh, I forgot, I added a little bit of cloves in as well. So this is a very fragrant stock. And even though we put so much soy sauce in, you still have to put a little bit of salt in because that just brings out the flavors of everything else. So that's a good tip. Even though you have soy sauce, you have to put in a little bit of salt as well. So I'm just bringing the mixture to a boil, and you want to make sure that all of the sugar is dissolved in the soy sauce before you add the chicken in, or else the sauce gets sticky and everything else. So just make sure of that. And then I turn the heat down to a light simmer, and this is where I add the rose rice wine, because that'll impart the best flavor in so that you're not boiling away all of the good stuff. So anyways, I managed to drop the chicken in. This is the back side down. You want to make sure that the breast is up. And you leave it on for about 25 minutes in that low simmer before you try to take it, flip it over. And I did it with chopsticks pretty easily, assisted by a tong. I just kind of stabbed it in the middle. Be careful because it does splash. And you want the breast side down to be only about 10 minutes because most of the chicken is actually cooked already. So you can see that we have that really nice kind of reddish brown color, and that's thanks a lot to, you know, the soy sauce, and especially the dark soy sauce. So put that on a cover. This is after 10 minutes, and you can see it's just on a slight simmer, and it's nice and bubbly, but that color looks gorgeous, assisted by the chopsticks again. And all that sauce left over you can actually use to pour over rice or make some really fragrant hard-boiled eggs. And you want to leave the chicken there resting just so that all of the juices stay in and everything else. And as it cools, the skin will start to tighten, and you can see how pretty and kind of shiny and tight that skin is. For some recipes, you'll actually brush over a little bit of oil so that the skin is a little bit more shiny and it's a little bit more pretty. I added a little bit of scallions. You don't really have to, but it kind of just dresses up the dish as well. Well, there you have it, guys, my soy sauce chicken. It's super quick, right? Super quick, super easy, and very aromatic. And I just think, it's a one-pot dish, and it certainly just kind of, is a nice change for the typical baked chicken that a lot of people have. But it's just as quick, it's just as easy, and it has all of these really fragrant aromatics, like from the rose wine and the anise and everything else. Gosh, look at how moist that chicken breast looks. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and if you're interested in seeing more recipes like this, please hit like and subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you guys again next time. Bye!